na metro article bi enra me very worried na misro. Of course naturally me nsrade but misro mo my Ghana. Misro mo my Ghana. Na eye maniwu says anime we ekoso under the presidency of President John Dramani Mahama, who touts himself as a communication person, if not a communication expert. Now we be a communication person. Now a name who criminalize free speech. Assembly obi beka biano na omo di bia tare to say asem na wo kan ye no a creative fear and panic. Eti a creative fear and panic ni ti dia ene na ababa ye criminal. Minti asem no. Say me de ho say me ye Methodist ni. Me ye Christo ni. Na me jira me ka say oh. Yesu Kristo pe ene ye fa no so ekọ osoro ahemam. I say me can say creative fear and panic. You for so incredible for so did say the Holy Prophet Muhammad and almost a fan of so a quite a him. Now because yes Christ will penny a fast quite or high as him. See ain't me carbon. But under presidency of John Mahama ye, obet maka say Sasam na me can ye no muntie the you. Sasra me can say yes Christ so pet and the fast call so him no. And I'm saying me cancer no kremoni bi wa fitira me cancer na amani ye mahye no am wo say me that's why me kan nya no kurenti my creative fear and panic into bit ma beche me. That is the ridiculousness of that so-called interpretation of creative fear and panic. Eti President Mahama mamu mu no wo ehun hia se oba bone ansa ne ya chew ehun hia wa target so ebechiwa obemi abechiw. President Mahama and the first president wa warning in call for say I'm coming after you. President Mahama Murefi and nan wo kojina baby was say signals bureau for President Akufo-Addo Mamo equipment bi it won wa baidie obe use na wo ka asem bia obia for mobile phone na wo and say digital ayiba wo bia ne de ye betimi electronic device bia wo use bia no wo address bi wo so ebeti dey locate wherever you may be and they will come after you. The President Mahama e warn Ghana for say there will be ye no. So don't be surprised. See ye chinko for and ye be on be chia. That is why I said say they are coming for all of us. They are coming for all of us as eno ek they can come for you abrawo nye bone. They can go for anybody abrobia nye bone. This can't be democracy. And to me, idea President Mahama yes say no. Enye democratic tenant enka ho. Democracy na ye practice say no. Sa nyema wi a President Mahama no. Enka ho eye wo mo despots despots. Omo mo ye cool no. Omo na ye sa nyema ye say President Mahama oyi. Are we having a despot ruling us in a democracy? Because enema wo ye no. Me de man who cool ni na man ruby. Na so ken kan nema wuti abakwasem a etise sa time na no de abai. Culture of silence and the President Mahama person was. But we are telling President Mahama right in his face say you cannot cow us. You can't. Now bechi the part do say. Tie nyina ekubet obechi do say. So far one man watch tie nyina no. Ebi nipa ba ko menu bi na abo mu hu a o maye din a o mu ntimi nkasa biem. Na so ye ne ya ka ne de ya no bekoso aye din. Ye bekoso aka ndokre na kirew. Ye ntwa to so ba ye de wan kasa wonu masem ebe ma Ghana for mu say President Mahama is a very dishonest person. Very dishonest. You can never trust President. You trust President Mahama at your own peril. Anna mekanisa. 11 February 2022. President Mahama throw open letter. Ekoma then sitting president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo enkofo a ye chichi wo mo Ghana nyina no eye president ha Akufo-Addo na me echi wo mo na se de wiase aduru die 21st century yi mu die obi nkasa me yanchi no president Mahama as wo ka chere na Akufo-Addo was 21st century mu die obi nkasa me yanchi no anyway in 2022 President Mahama warned that using state power to intimidate dissent was a dangerous blueprint. Today, it is his governing manual. Article no me try no na we wum give me that power. Me say in 2022, Mahama warned that using state power to intimidate dissent was a dangerous blueprint. Today, it is his governing manual. And then, obi obeka se bia, obeka sa man President Mahama ebeye ne ya enye ne de no. Eje se wo kasa tia President Mahama. Eje se wo kasa tia no. Asema obeka enye ne de ebeye ne ya no. Na wo se ye ne yemra mechew. There's another year friend news card. Obetumi de no so atoso. Huh? Mahama warned us. Using state power to intimidate dissent was a dangerous blueprint, and they it is his governing manual. And then Adele Matrato Bomu blueprint and only say Obi Obeka Sabia Yida Mon targeting. Bakuninye. They are coming for all of us. This is not law enforcement. It is a coordinated campaign to criminalize speech. And I'm sure that my news card. But see, they are coming for all of us. This is not law enforcement. It is a coordinated campaign to criminalize speech. Enyamra. Enyama omud edin nyina enyamra. First Camilla Alasan. Obetuma yefi so. Camilla Alasan ya President Mahama amye di na tumu no. Then don't tell me say a judiciary. President Mahama na amye di na tumu. Sa lo ka che na Akufo-Addo so mo ye chomu tumu no. Na Akufo-Addo me domutu etime so ye wono wa obetime yi Kamla last and then wo ye and this is sofo yese friend Emperor Bishop Bediako Emperor Bishop Bediako no enna wakasa wa confess say and this for man sika se won fa ko ye duro fa ko nyankoma de won kuma na ntwe 32 na President Mahama then opposition leader Mahama emra ye president san wo kan ye obi anfo so no enne wo ba ye and this for ba ye mu bu ni dan enne wo se hwe mu nka de me mayama mu ma misika bo me pa se minko kuma na ntwe 32 minko sie wo mo ni mu so na President Mahama ma be president mu refi mko bu se du nketia san wo kan national chairman of NDC and if by extension you can say NDC for bibia President Mahama ka ho. In any case, when a flag bearer near Bombay na man, when a flag bearer Bishop Emperor Bishop Emperor Bishop Bidiakon, why na ye NDC flag bearer or koye sanya nkoma de man enya jo Mahama. So what are you telling us? Na ababa wa we kwa kan we ko repeat the NDC so far when yankoma de ma omo no o repeat ya mam yakwache no e na kwatum 1 year. Hey ebusiafo nyame wo wiase wu nyame e wo wiase na wo betua wo bia ka se de obi anwumate wo betua obi aka se de obi ade ne nwumate. And the menu say Camilla Alasan President Mahama am yet not 1 year so wakasa ama enye ne de. Say President Mahama so for ya ye fe no Emperor Bishop Bediako abekana no abeto no mutuo a confess a che Ghana for say NDC for Bonepa say wonye nyankoma de anentwe 32 no sie ye ene Camilla ko ka bia ya che no ageli no 1 year. Hey, and NDC President Mahama, there was a minister of the bay. One a Kasama for one the portfolio look up me the names of the Basincano. Felix Quacho Fosu. Felix Quacho Fosu 2016 elections. You do a card boning in Amami. Why? Aye, yes. ekra bebo ni nyina Felix Kwachi Ofosu afed the say no na chief surgeon the whole world surgeons wo wi ase nyina ekoyi elect ni say won na ye omkasa mafo wi ase doctor fo nyina ekosia say Felix Kwachi Ofosu o trofo Felix Kwachi Ofosu won na ye omkasa mafo na wi ase panifo apomuden omahoode omwo no omaye obia test ayobia lab test it report no ye dia ma Felix Kwachi Ofosu se omeke kanche wiase watna asia wose na Akufo Addo ya no ye MPP ye flag bearer na Akufo Addo yare miensa yare kodiewo miensa na aboda na Akufo Addo ye enche bia obewuo Felix Kwachi Ofosu abrante Felix Kwachi Ofosu no wonder say chire ye video bi ba bonten se wo show ba bi dem a ye se okoye se okobo and ye kwachi no okọ awosia Bema Salome video ne ba bonten Bema Salome ema ye kwachi no ema kobo de prayer ne jo so bono obekana bonten se President Akufo Addo then candidate Akufo Addo yare miensa ne de ebie ni holma bo wa be survive enne nana adodankwa Akufo Addo abedi president 8 years say obey president 10 years ni o 10 years ni enne mo pa mo nkwohwe president Mahama president Akufo Addo mo nkwohwe no hwe ne ho fi ya yefe wadi more than 80 years hwe ne skin hwe na nado skin hwe nim hwe ne serie hwe na dwisi si sharp 11 years ago Felix Kwachi Ofosu se na Akufo Addo eche bia wo bewu because yare miense bia bono na wokoso na wo yesa eye mokoso yesa eye obia anya ne hwe na nado ba me se one day obi se na Akufo Addo ne first wife mamponi ba no wa frim na Akufo Addo ne ku ne yire na omo na mampo kwa so no muduru asieye no maame no esu efese de saman esu asieye ni nyina mo ka fa de Akufo Addo esu na Akufo Addo anya omo hwe yiwo ewo mu no kure na Akufo Addo president no ensentrofo bi so ye chi wo mo media houses bi so omo jomo license omo de na ya omo deka ebi deka 20 years omo ntuaye ebi deka more than 50 million Ghana cedis na enam se dan this aban was nti NCF anya adwuma yen eden yaye ye neka yen breachi verse communication regulation bia enso so no me no ka say untumi radio Accra untumi radio Kumasi untumi radio Takrade ya tutu ni nyina mu afa medasi ya tutu ni nyina mu ebra President Akufo Addo time Radio Gold any other media house edika 10 years 15 years 18 years no yeah eneme so mo renew omo breach all the communication regulations na ye twe omaso no President Mahama cho krata ko ekoke kana dwene eche the certain president say ono na am yatum ono na am ye chi nkofo menua bobie and they say commander ise ache esi na nsen asema President Mahama kan no eto no de woba media house bien ho ebatum essentially bien ho ebeche no Ghana ni bia ni hono ma wakasa tia na obam ya che no enei MP in fact enrameti chebi police for so afre MPP ni bi me won number abrante na meji number enro nwumre and then me po amefre no we have to go to his assistance we will go na men chade enro okoi okọ police station ni ese commander ni ho enti no nyame aduma Monday omra and I think it says bia se kenwa no pese ko mu ditini na even say na commander ni ho kwa bia ko be ditini no enti no nyame aduma joada ye behwe na abrante ni yakuja no we Cherry police station akobusa said de ba asem no waka yes was on live and na we bia bekasa enu nti no ye kwache no na de ba asem nie de ba asem nie ehe fa ne ye ekọ Pastor Mahama, I can tell you and I can assure you and getting we mpo na wuntimi standing. Wait for us. You are coming for all of us, but all of us will also come at you. I can promise you that. Obien ho obeye din MPP ni bia ni holma me se hun kwan ne se MPP ni bia ni holma e wo se wo ye din kwaso ne kasa se de opesa wo kasa na emom enkotwa ntron tu obi so. Asema me de meka no. Me asema meka wo nyina no e no kre enkotwa ntro ento obi so. Let us avoid the use of threats. And the mayor will say, and I buy, and the mayor will say, and the mayor will say, a wasam that tete, and in fear, what catch will be say, China be one, but what do ye? A police station, a one in fear. It's a China be who ye can't say nipa. But Pastor Mahama, minimum be a catch a China be who. It's a message to be say, they are coming after all of us. They are coming for all of us. Yen so yensa. Yen se ya hun kwan. Yen fan to kwa basa wantwi enton chen. Ni ehu se efiri we so no wo de ba we so. What started you? What started me say nipa wa chom eye be 20. Ya jelly bi. Camilla Alasan ya jelly no enu achi. Mesre MPP for benefit. Nyame adom adwada de mesre mo money lawyer for ni nkomo. Na ababa one sentence no. Se mo hu se opening bi mu a ye betimi akọ appeal a mo me enko. Me ne lawyer bi di nkomo ka che me say so far as we plead guilty no very difficult. However, there's another opening somewhere. Ababa one omo chi no. Ya omo tro the statement. She had no legal representation. No legal representation. Omodene court so no. She had no legal representation. It want yes here. Obetu ka say, well, me plead guilty, but be wasam ka they were plead guilty. It legal representation. No any lawyer won in chain. And a lawyer na change me say asema ye busa we no. Wo ka say me di for ana me ni for implications ana enchase as kire enie esusu aso wo munie. And this if I watch no, and na ba be national security. Abuno. Ababa wano na me share the pictures ni be share na basa say ya ese tattoo no waye. Say anye tattoo ya buno at this color no dey in the skin. Huh? Ya buno. Ya man lawyer. And they court or court to muzuno ya man lawyer. In fact, obi catch me say judge no crobon was a bit ikaka because judge no busa no waka say we plead guilty no. Judge no give her some clue, but enam say na appreciation of legal matters no ewo form no into no want man tiase. Based on her plea say were you guilty nti ya jailing 1 year. Hwe ye nua achimkwa ewo Kumasi. Omukwa church kwa najo edne be se BNI yenim omuni fi BNI omuni ko CID headquarters yenim omu ewo ho no ena mo force achim kwa ma ne through the statement without legal representation and a very dangerous precedent and President Mahama wo setting wo man say obechi obi na wo man lawyer e man nchen answer na what through the statement na statement the bit my self indicting incriminating ya nunti na ababa we and ya jelimi senka lawyer won nchen a ababa won ki angelino jabi e ki angelino ba mama lawyer man nchen cause obi enim ba bia no wo obi enim ye betia ne say ababa na plead guilty e wo he ye say aka in a week's time or two ye could pronounce na ye the judgment e komano. Democracy and building is hard. Say you quad ye for ye. O my chema won't to me be. O my nipa bebre, o my hanan. Kofi Jumamo enipa bebre ko honoma na ya mamo abodam bail conditions because a pure madness in the face of the law. So bail conditions must never be used as punishment, because any power would say no when you're guilty until proven so. Also your court hono and your court ubetaka say yes many yagani a crata de many media ni bakonu ready with for but won't be pronounced the bakonu so guilty just order the court. Then last weekend they buying Dennis Edward Abuaji. That's why I did. Crata babonting weekend yet say yes yachino. But why baby yachino the question you knew. And it's in some of us, you dear chill a Jordan Kuyoko say, you could put a say you and one was some part. You know, kikri. If ya and sana, Yoko for the Ubu, Emma Ghana former MPP for say ampa, a one of Dennis Shampa. Now then try. Almost say Dennis was some Elomuya or move you shall not see. Now, for the past few months, no, only Dennis, Eddie. Ekita ho omo hwe asem no mo frɛ na woba na wabeyi no ho ano sanity baabi no wo mo ka sɛ Dennis omo frɛ na wa ama wo baabi no wo mo ka sa na statement no mo de aba sɛ omo de stop order omo de stop order bi akoto airport na omo de stop order akoto airport no unknown to them na Dennis wa free Ghana dada. It's Dennis Ebano and no moche. And I'm saying, stop order na say stop order na say yeah, the identical track catch airport for say the Sassumesi a person of interest. Mamo manin too kind to prevent you from leaving the jurisdiction. It doesn't prevent you from coming into the jurisdiction. It's obedient to Mochino. Kikri ai ye ko hwe ni fie wa ha ye de ne ko di krom ye ko ye and you see the ha me kra ne say mo ko hwe obi fie ba bia wote a the house is not under investigation ba bia wote na mo ko hwe because e bia na wo fill an address no forms no say the one wote na mo de ne ko di krom late ade achi na eda no anwumre na ne fie na wo late no post pictures and all over social media. I tell you, Dennis, I say we see woman. I say we see woman because the house is not under investigation. Say in the public in share. No mono, baby, I will tell them what share ye. Take it. No more contract pictures. Aye area nano. I for me, I think that they should be sued. Dennis, take a cue from my DB patrol. Seek legal advice and see Yoko over this. Say baby obi tie wama wa dress say aha na metie enti patch ahayai enti woni ne ekọ no akwakohwe baby a wote a utimi kase na mama nkofo atwa pictures e de aba abonten. Why do you seek to mo pesa mo kire dey bad ye di frobi so e be ba wuso o ye di frobi so a e be ba wuso me wuso bi asan de message see ye di frobi so a e de ba wuso. I'm in competition with Dennis, okay? May contest as communication director. Nyame adu so me win 19 September. Then is so contested. But we are yen be adwuma bomu. So I will not keep quiet. Over there the be no because e beti be dey me. I'm like your worst. E beti dey will be bia o maganda mu. It me say they are coming for all of us. Say something, see something. Give on patrol, but that video mami. Me a small interview bi me ko program bi. I think just about 1 minute. But mami, na me share CD ECT. We are minority leader. Osahene Alexander Kwame na afenyo marking. Akasa e wo tribunal na omode ba no. Give on bo me deliver final so wom. Why? You know 11 minutes, over 5 minutes pa. Na what so Professor Bodi ababetrasi na eniko. The trabitum ni. Stop order can prevent a citizen from coming into the jurisdiction. The stop order was to prevent Dennis from going outside the jurisdiction. It was not to prevent him from coming to his own country. And so what was the need for them to mention a certain so-called stop order? It's as if he breached the stop order, which is not true. He had traveled, and for me, it is an indictment on Yoko that they didn't know that somebody who was under investigation was traveling outside the country. They didn't know. When they went to Ghana airport, when they went to airport to go and place the stop order, didn't immigration tell them that, oh, the young man had already traveled out already? They didn't know until his return. So it means, assuming without admitting that something had gone untoward relative to the 55 million whatever, and then it had flown out, and decided not to come back to Ghana. And Kisikashi. And Kojane. So even there, Yoko failed. Now, you issue a statement Monday afternoon. What prevented Yoko from telling the public Sunday that Dennis traveled outside the country? He came back Saturday. Immigration arrested him and detained him, handed him over to us Sunday. Monday, they are going to process him for court or whatever. You kept mute. There was no transparency, and you think that is fair? That was why somebody like myself, I had to go to Yoko, because in fact, we didn't even really know that he was being kept by Yoko. That cannot happen in democracy. You effect arrest, you show up. You go public, you've arrested this person, so that nobody will mass up over there. Now, look at the ridiculous amount of money placed on him as bail bond. It is ridiculous. I watched a video by what's his name, the chief of staff at the vice president's office, Alese Befia. They should go and listen to what Alese Befia said. They should go and listen to what Honorable Harry Drusi said a month or two ago relative to bail conditions. Very ridiculous ones that you can't satisfy. You're a lawyer. You know that under no circumstances should you use bail conditions as punishment for somebody who has not been tried. And for me, the way this issue happened, I was expecting that by now they should be in court. What was the haste to arrest him on a weekend? Somebody who is already collaborating with you. There's no record to indicate that you once invited Denise and Denise said, I will not appear.
You said it got
how.
Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen of the press. As you're already aware, in the chamber today, we commence the consideration of this so-called tribunal bill. Our contention as minority is that this bill seeks to create a parallel system, an analogous system, unbeknown to the Constitution, if we read all provisions of the Constitution as a whole. It is true that mention is made to tribunal system in our Constitution, but context must be interpreted within the broader scope of Articles 125, 126, and 127. We have a judiciary system. District Court, Circuit Court, High Court, Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. If there are issues with the system, the way to go is to reform and to resource, equip, and retool. It is not to create a parallel system with coordinate jurisdiction. Now, if you look critically at the clause 4, which was the subject matter of this long debate, basically, you look at a new adjudicatory body where you say one person presiding as the chair must be a lawyer, but the other two must be non-lawyers. And they are going to preside on criminal matters. We reminded Dr. Ayeni himself, the Attorney General, that when he was in practice as a private practitioner and he dealt with this case of Tagore and Issa Abbas. The Republic versus Tagore and Issa Abbas. He argued forcefully that a judge sitting in a criminal trial must ensure that prosecution lead evidence of probative value proves all essential ingredients of the offense. That was his argument at the Court of Appeal, which was upheld. That to deliver justice is not about choboy or media headline scream. It's not about how the public perception about an individual is, because that can be misleading. Now, what we see in this whole exercise is to create a system where people would be pronounced guilty even before their case is properly determined. No established procedure of ensuring fairness. And it is not only the minority that is complaining. Today, organized labor has come out loudly to re-echo its position on this matter. That we don't need a tribunal system in our country anymore. Tribunal system, we know what happened in the PNDC era, where people were targeted, assets were seized, and those people who claimed they were tribunal members enriched themselves. We know that record of the NDC, their predecessor PNDC. So we, the minority, have left the chamber because the majority leader decided to shut the door. In Parliament, we believe that in all situations of disagreement, there must be a window to discuss, to raise the concern. But once the majority leader makes a strong pronouncement that whatever the case, they will not listen, they will use their numbers to pass the bill, then there is no point again. Every other effort will be rendered odious. Every other effort by us will be rendered nugatory. You recall that earlier in the day, when we raised this issue, the majority leader, realizing that he didn't have the numbers, immediately called for suspension of the House. So he used the 5 hours to marshal his members into the chamber. Even so, those present were not even up to 115. They were 113. We, the minority, counted them. They were not up to. Yet, those who counted claim that the NDC members were more than that. You are the media. You can get in and do your own check to validate what we are saying. We tell you truth. We will not say anything outside of the truth. So it is clear that the Ethiopia syndrome has set in. They don't want to listen to anybody. And this is for say, Ethiopia. Disa choboy, sesebi, asem chuobi, no mu kobo obi kwedua.
All right, we leader of the mighty minority and na wakasa efa tribunal no. Na tribunal asem die ehu pa ne say. On say the chrono to so a. E was say court no e prove beyond reasonable doubt say una we ya wi. Court system no normal court system sanity. But kangaroo tribunal court the end day. The man who kwa mose back wo mose afedie. Tribunal no ye do asem ko no ma maximum 49 days. Maximum 49 days. I will see a D was in. Maximum 49 days. I see a di what we na busa ho se kasa tribunal ne wo honom a ene yesenka Collins Dauda ene Dr. Kwabalo for money komudam da Collins Dauda $200 million trial and now we facing it's got 49 days inside the wagon, 49 days inside the wagon, 49 days inside we cannot go back to those barbaric days. We can't. Mr. Mahama, we are to take one and all the ancient of ages, Stone Age, medieval times, and our person the echo. Why, President Mahama? Me, my myself to then how? And then I will pay, and then I will do with Yasi. Now you have no confidence in the normal judicial system, no. But you have every confidence. Tribunal. Say, say, young fast tracking your man. See more court, for more judges. See more courts. Said the president, Akufo-Addo. See over 100 courts. Ghana no. Over then we see back okra. We painted down being poor no akusibi. No. What does I won't believe in a year, which will be a Fanico Tumpreco. Says I would a friend say, the last hero. And the can be emperor, son of President Frewa, and supreme leader. Opa, I'm feeling in Amfro. It mean that so okay, only that the United days. All President Frewa say, your Royal Highness, the Supremo, the Superior, the near father than Trawos, and Ghana, you would dear. Fat, Emperor first and last. No one fat. Which will be a Nsawam, which will be a Akachi, which will be a Cape Coast, which will be a Ankafo. Now don't go straight because Tribunal now would they ban it dear. We have to resist it. But more than my pass it. Now, easy for saying. They no more pass it. They no. They not easy for more customer more pass it. Or my we be that day. They have no regard for the Ghanaian any longer because they think say 56% of Ghanaian as a mortgage Ghana. I'm a President Mahama, but President Mahama, I can't be your mortgage Ghana amount.